Hey, how's it going everyone? Paul here with Profitable Freelancer, and I want to go over one of the most profitable niches in freelancing that anyone can really start to work into and work towards. And if you already have knowledge and you already have expertise in a specific area or with a specific platform, then you may already be a perfect candidate to become a business consultant. Because being a business consultant is actually one of the most lucrative roles you can find yourself in, because business consultants have the ability to earn hundreds of dollars an hour for their time and their expert advice. And when you go on Google and you just look this up, you'll see that a business consultant is really a project role. It's a job role, and you serve as a business consultant to help provide expert advice and professional advice. And that is based on your past experiences, your knowledge, and what value you have to offer. That's what you're doing as a consultant. And you're really kind of combining your expertise, the value that you can provide based on past experiences, and you're helping companies solve problems in specific areas in their business. Now, the reason companies hire business consultants is because they need advice. Sometimes they need just someone to help them make a specific decision on a strategic level in the company. So for example, let's say it's a company and they need someone to help them for an online marketing position, strategy. That's what they need, because they know they need help with where should their marketing dollars be going. Are they currently getting the returns that they could be? Is their budget being allocated correctly? And it really takes a specialist to know what the best thing to do is in that circumstance. So that's when a company will hire a freelance business consultant to come in, analyze the situation, and come up with a strategic plan of action. Now, on the other hand, businesses will also bring consultants on board sometimes to actually train their staff. So let's say in another example, you're really good at providing Google ad services, or let's say Facebook ads. You can actually get hired as a very high paid consultant to come into companies or virtually train companies and train their employees to do those certain skills, services, etc. So they are basically paying you because you're teaching their employees how to fish. So instead of you just showing them and doing it for them, as a consultant, you're getting paid because you're showing other people and you're helping provide advice that they otherwise wouldn't have had. And that's why this is such a profitable role. And I'll throw on the screen right now just some successful examples. You can just go online, go to Upwork, see some people that are doing business consulting services, and just see how much they're making, like literally hundreds of dollars an hour. And I'm not saying, everyone can just start there. But what I'm saying is, if you think freelancing is just something that is for the side and you can't make a full-time income from, it's really not that way anymore, because the way the world has shifted and the online marketplace has allowed companies to pull high-end consultants from different areas where they otherwise wouldn't have been able to. Now I want to get into some of the top myths of business consulting. And one of the biggest myths is that you need to have a certain college degree or some sort of certification in order to be a consultant. And in reality, all you need is your advice and all you need is your expertise. So I'm not saying a college degree and a certification doesn't help you, but it shouldn't hold you back. Because if you can go and you can actually provide some results and you can build your portfolio up and you can build case studies that show that you've actually helped companies in the area of consulting that you're providing, that's how you're really going to be able to start to get ahead of the competition, because they're not just looking at if you have a college degree or what it says on paper. They want to know, what can you do for them? Have you helped companies in the past with this? So let's go back to our example before, where you're an online ad consultant for businesses. If you go to a company and you just say, hey, I helped another company that's just like yours get a 500% return on investment, that means so much more to them than someone saying, oh, I graduated with a marketing degree. Because let's be honest, even in college, I got a marketing degree. They touch very briefly on the online aspect. And yeah, of course, that's kind of the strategy in some of the lessons, but it's not hands-on. So until you get out there and you're actually able to make a difference in different companies and get those case studies, that is really what can help you, even if you don't have a degree. Now let's get into another myth of business consulting, and that's that it needs to be face-to-face. So you constantly need to be meeting up with people and traveling all over and taking flights, and that's just not true either. And this has really been, once again, thanks to the real acceleration of freelance work, of remote-based work. But all you need to do is have an internet connection, have a quality computer that you can FaceTime on, a webcam, something like that, maybe a nice microphone, some lighting, and you can start to be a high-end business consultant, and you can provide your knowledge, your expertise to help businesses. And that can all be virtually. So you can do screen share meetings. You can also do one-on-one FaceTiming where you actually do a demonstration. You can also just do email reports. So there's a lot of different types of actual consulting that you can do, but the whole point of this is that it can be virtual. Also realize that you can really maximize your earnings because you can work with businesses and companies that are from all over as a business consultant. So just to kind of recap, a business consultant provides their knowledge and their expertise to help companies solve problems. And a lot of the times it all results in the bottom line, right? That's what people go into business for, is to make money. So a lot of times a consultant is helping figure out either where can the business make more money or where are they kind of spending too much money. So there's a lot of different areas you can dive into. But on an overview, on an overarching view of what consulting is, you're really doing three things. And the first is you're researching. So you're researching the specific company, you're researching the industry. The second thing you're doing is analyzing the data. You're looking at what the company you're consulting for is doing and the specific issue at hand. And then the third thing you're doing is presenting all of your findings into suggestions on how they can implement those changes to help solve the problem. So I know that was a lot to unpack there. I just wanted to start to open this conversation of business consulting. If any of you have done consulting work before, I'd love to hear your experience with it. I'm diving more and more into consulting because I found that you can only do so much done for you hourly work and things like that. But once you start to get to the consultant level, you're really providing your expertise and your value for money instead of trading your time for money. And that's when you really start to see that big shift and that big difference in your career. I hope that was a helpful video for you on business consulting. And until the next one, I look forward to your success.